Brandon Curry and William Bonac, the last of the old guard. What's going to happen with them at the Olympia this year, and what's in store for their future? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. A couple of months ago, talking on the same topic, I had a much different opinion on this. Reevaluating everything, and I'm taking a different position. William Bonac, Brandon Curry, the last of the old guard, both are going to the Olympia this year. Brandon is qualified for life, being former Mr. Olympia. Williams won the show again, keeps on winning, and he's going back to the Olympia. Now, a couple of months ago, I had them both in the top 10. I was able to make an argument for both of them placing in the top 10. In the case of Brandon, I thought that it wouldn't be out of the question to actually see him somewhere in the middle of the top 10. I was basing my opinion on what I saw of him at this past Arnold, when he placed right behind Andrew Jack. And I felt that you could make an argument for him placing ahead of Andrew in that show. I heard some people in the industry echoing the same thoughts, that they thought that Brandon could have placed ahead of Andrew in that show. William Bonac got to the point where it looked like he was really done. I forget which Olympia it was, but his body started to look really old, and out of nowhere, he became rejuvenated. Brandon Curry had the same situation at last year's Olympia. It really looked like his body was fading. And then he made a turnaround at this Arnold and actually brought up his legs a little. William Bonac too. In his revamping of his body, one of the things that was an issue was his legs. He was losing his legs. He brought him back. Not quite prime William Bonac, but he brought him back. Like I said, he brought his whole physique back. Not prime William Bonac, but he still had muscle density. He still brought the conditioning, and he really looked like he might be able to continue his career for a little while longer at the very least. Back to Brandon Curry. His performance at the Arnold gave me some hope that he can actually be very competitive, not at the very top, but very competitive in the top 10. Now, thinking this over more, looking at it a little more closely, I think it's going to be a tough going. William Bonac, he's always been one of my favorite bodybuilders, and I would love to be wrong on this, but William Bonac, I think, would have the hardest chance now, still cracking the top 10. Yes, he's rejuvenated himself somewhat, but I've also noticed on his last couple of appearances some imbalances. With the arms, I see a little bit. when he turns around to the back, the left, to the right side. Uh, there's some things starting to go on. He's not a youngster. He's he's put his time in. He was a top placing Olympian for numerous years in a row. Looking at this lineup we have right now, we have a very, very strong competitive lineup. The guys at the top right now, it's impossible for William Bonac to challenge them. And I have to say the same thing for Brandon Curry. And the rest of the lineup in this Olympia, we got a good 15 guys that in any given year could be the top 10 at the Olympia. There's some very young, fresh muscle out there with a lot of potential. And I think it's gotten to the point now, maybe, where we're not going to see William Bonac in that top 10 anymore. And even though I had higher hopes for Brandon Curry, I was seeing him potentially placing fairly high in the top 10. I got a feeling this could be the year that he's pushed out of the top 10. Whether either one of these guys place in the top 10 this year, and for sentimental reasons, I would love to see both of them still place in the top 10. Whether they place in the top 10 or not this year, it's probably a better idea for them to hang up the posing trunks. They're not going to go anywhere on a competitive level anymore, but there's still a lot they can both contribute to the industry. To bring this video to an end, a few months ago, where I still had hopes to see Brandon Curry, William Bonac, the last of the old guard, still in the top 10, reevaluating things. This year's Olympia, with this lineup, I think that's going to be a very tough thing to pull off. And either way, whichever way it goes for them this year, they're probably better off hanging up the trunks after this and rest on their laurels. You can agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video. Either way, let me know in the comments section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.